Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I wanted to talk about this today because I've talked about it in regards to being in a relationship with an emotionally abusive or neglectful partner, being in a toxic relationship, being in a relationship with someone who's emotionally immature or narcissistic, and how for many reasons a person can feel trapped in the relationship and can feel stuck in that environment. And so when people jump on, especially like I see this happen in a lot of groups that I'm in, when someone's talking about their relationship issues and then also expresses that, I can't leave this relationship for these reasons, the responses are always, find a way to leave. Just leave. And I get it because, we want that person to get into a safe environment. We want them to be in the kind of space that they would need to be in order to heal and grow. And that's natural. I think, that's a natural instinct to just, say, well, get out. But the reality is that for a lot of different reasons, a person might not be able to get out of that toxic situation. And so we need ways to be able to cope in an environment that is not conducive to healing, and still find a way to protect ourselves, right? So we need to talk about those things in reality. Like, it's not enough to tell people to leave because there's so many barriers to leaving and leaving safely and getting out into a safe environment. So we need to recognize that that's the truth and the reality that exists for a lot of people. And so we need then to talk about, well, how do we manage in an unsafe environment? And I think the important thing is to make sure that you build some kind of support network around yourself. So friends and family, community, whether that's, through different organizations or whatever, but just to build your community and to find safe havens to be in sometimes can help you to, at least maintain the energy that it takes to create that protection around yourself. Because what the protection around yourself I'm alluding to is boundaries and being able to manage your own emotions in a highly charged environment. Those are the ways that we protect ourselves. That's the protective bubble that we can create around ourselves. Because when we're dealing with someone who's emotionally immature or a narcissist in particular, they feed off of our energy. And so we need to find ways to protect ourselves in a way that withdraws that energy from them, right? So that we're not continuously feeding the fire and making making it so that they have that supply, continuous supply, right? So if we withdraw our supply, then and I mean, I'm not suggesting you do that if withdrawing would be unsafe, but to find ways to protect yourself that's safe and that doesn't give them necessarily what they're looking for. Because ideally, in a perfect situation, they would tire of you. That would be the ideal, right? That they would just tire of you and they would turn their sights to someone else to get their supply. But I recognize that that's not always the case. So please do, what you can to protect yourself in whatever way that feels right for you. But while you're doing that, I think being able to support yourself, not support yourself in the sense that you need to do this all on your own, but to gather supports to yourself is going to be incredibly beneficial to your healing process. And then ideally through that building of community, you'll find a way out eventually, because that would be, you know, the ideal situation, right? But we know that we can't always get there, even when we've reached a point where we know that that's what we need to do, right? So you need to understand that there's lots of people in relationships that they know they need to get out. They know that if for their own health, whether that's mental or physical or whatever, or for the health of their children or whatever, they know that, and I think it's, you know, it's really incumbent on other people who are outside of the situation to recognize that a person can know something, and still recognize that there's real obstacles and barriers to fixing that problem, and that it's not a simple fix. It's not a simple thing. So it's important that you find some resources that can help you. And therapy is a huge resource that could really help you to figure out how to safely set boundaries and how to find that strength within yourself and find that way to protect you that's going to be specific to you and your circumstances, right? This isn't a cookie cutter situation. So it can't be a one size fits all solution. And I think a lot of people miss that, right? They just aren't recognizing that there's a lot of nuance that's being left out when we just immediately jump to, well, just leave, right? Find a way to leave. Yes, of course. Yes, we want them to be safe. But we need to live in reality. And the reality is that there's not as many resources as needed to safely see people out of relationships that are toxic. And so, you know, in a perfect world, those resources would exist in abundance, and then we would, you know, we would heal so many people that we wouldn't need the resources eventually, but we're not there, right? So if you have, you know, if you have someone in your life who's in a toxic relationship and you're wondering, how do I support my friend? Well, just validate their experience, listen to what they're saying, let them know that you're willing to help in whatever way that they need, even if it's just a listening ear. And even if it feels frustrating to you to keep hearing them say, you know, how hurt they are and how hard this is for them, and yet they're still in the situation, because we don't know what obstacles and barriers are in their way, right? And until we can know that and maybe even offer solutions to help with those barriers, it's really important that we, you know, practice, you know, radical acceptance and radical unconditional love. For ourselves, if we're in that situation, for our loved ones, if we have friends or family who are going through that, and just in general, for anyone who's struggling in a relationship that's toxic. Let's remove some of the stigma around it. Let's start talking about the real barriers that are in the way to people leaving toxic situations and thriving and feeling safe once they do. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need any help. I will do my best to find resources for you, or at least find people who can help you to get the help that you need if you are struggling in this way. Thank you. Namaste.